Hello, my fearless horror-loving friends. Welcome to today's story. A tale whispered through decades of fear, faith, and the unknown. Tonight, we open the case of Annabelle. The real doll that the Warrens, who was famous for their work with the supernatural, believed held something far darker than a young girl's spirit. So dim the lights and listen closely, because once you hear her story, you may never look at a doll the same way. She's become one of the most recognizable faces in horror. We all know her face: pale porcelain skin, cracked cheeks, red ribbons, a haunting smile, and lifeless glass eyes that seem to follow your every move. They say eyes are the windows to the soul. But what if what is staring back at you have no soul at all? This is the Annabelle the world came to fear through the movies. But what many don't realize is that the film version is not the real Annabelle. Hollywood gave her a new look, one designed to embody terror itself. The filmmakers reimagined her appearance, giving her a Victorian porcelain design with her sinister features to amplify fear. The Annabelle from the movies is terrifying, and she was designed to be that way. Yet, behind the camera lies a story far more disturbing, because the truth doesn't need special effects. In the Conjuring universe, Annabelle is a possessed porcelain doll, a vessel for pure evil. She shifts, she manipulates, shields. But the real Annabelle never had a cracked face or glass eyes. She won't stand for any mocking or teasing. You will be sorry to try and challenge or dare her. And she won't play nice, but she is soft, harmless looking, a Raggedy Ann doll, the kind you'd find in a child's room, the kind you might buy your own little girl. She was meant to look comforting, kind, harmless, and that's exactly why she was so dangerous. The movies capture the fear, but they blur the truth. And how Annabelle came to be is far more mysterious than the movies. The real Annabelle wasn't designed to scare you. She was designed to deceive you. Evil rarely shows its true face. It waits, patiently, behind something you'd never suspect. That's what makes Annabelle's real story so much darker than fiction. Donna was a nursing student living with her roommate Angie in a small apartment. On her birthday, Dana's mother bought her a Raggedy Ann doll from a thrift store. They placed it on the bed, and for a while, it was nothing more than decoration. But within days, they began to notice small, unsettling changes. The doll's position would shift, her arms crossed, her legs bent, her head turned. Sometimes Donna would leave for class and come home to find Annabelle sitting upright, even though no one had touched her. At first, they laughed it off. Maybe it was just their imagination, or maybe one of them moved it by accident. But then, it started to escalate. Annabelle began appearing in different rooms, sitting at the kitchen table, kneeling in a chair, even found standing near the door as if waiting. The girls began to feel uneasy, like they were being watched. Their dog refused to enter the apartment. One night, Donna woke up and found the doll beside her bed, staring at her. That was when fear truly began to set in. They didn't yet understand what was happening, but something inside that doll was moving. Bayal. The next sign came in the form of messages. small pieces of parchment paper began appearing around the apartment, even though the girls had no parchment in the house. On them, in shaky handwriting, were the chilling words, "Help me." The notes would appear on furniture, on the floor, even inside closed rooms. The girls tried to ignore it at first, but soon they began hearing knocking, soft at first, then louder. They called in a medium, hoping to understand what they were dealing with. The psychic claimed to sense the spirit of a little girl named Annabelle Higgins, who had died on the property years before. According to her, Annabelle was lonely. She wanted to be loved, to stay with them, and she had attached her spirit to the doll. Donna and Angie, both kind-hearted, agreed to let her stay. They thought they were comforting a lost child. But that single act of giving permission was exactly what the entity wanted. The Warrens would later explain that no human spirit was ever inside that doll. The name Annabelle Higgins was a mask, a story crafted by something dark and intelligent to gain their trust. And now, it had it. After weeks of terror, the girls reached out to help from the church. A priest contacted Ed and Lorraine Warren, seasoned investigators of the paranormal, who immediately sensed something demonic. Lorraine described the presence as inhuman, not a ghost, not a lost soul, but a manipulative demonic force pretending to be innocent. Once invited, the spirit didn't just haunt the doll, it began to haunt the people. One of their friends, Lou, claimed he awoke in the night to find Annabelle sitting on his chest. She reached for his throat, and moments later, deep claw marks appeared across his chest, hot, burning, bleeding, and yet gone within hours. This was the final sign that the entity was no longer content staying within the doll. It was ready to possess. The Warrens performed a cleansing, and during the session, Ed warned the girls, "You've given this thing permission to enter your lives. You can't undo that without faith." Lorraine felt its energy, a cold and intelligent evil that mimicked affection and played on empathy. The Warrens took Annabelle with them, believing it was too dangerous to leave her behind. During the drive, Ed reported the doll's presence, caused the car to swerve and the brakes to fail repeatedly until he doused her with holy water. Once home, she was locked inside the Warren Occult Museum, a collection of cursed and haunted objects sealed under constant blessing. A special glass case was built for her, lined with holy relics and watched over by a priest who came every few weeks to bless it. The sign reads, "Warning, positively do not open." Visitors to the museum often reported feeling dizzy, overwhelmed, or even ill in Annabelle's presence. One young man mocked the doll, daring her to prove she was real on his way home. He lost control of his motorcycle and was killed instantly. To this day, Annabelle remains locked inside her case under the care of Tony Spera, the Warrens' son-in-law. He continues the rituals his in-laws began, ensuring the prayers never stop. Because if they do even for a moment, no one truly knows what would happen next. The case keeps her trapped, but the evil that hides behind those button eyes has never been destroyed, only contained. Annabelle's story is more than a legend, it's a reminder. Evil rarely arrives with claws and horns. Sometimes it comes wrapped in fabric, painted with a smile, and waiting to be invited in. Whether you believe in the paranormal or not, her story stands as one of the most documented demonic cases in history, witnessed by priests, police, and investigators alike. The movies showed us fear. The truth showed us something far worse: manipulation. Because the greatest evil doesn't want to scare you, it wants to make you care. Thank you for joining me in the shadows. Until next time, keep your lights low, your prayers strong, and never ever open the case.